welcome to the Guelph District Multicultural Festival. We have lots of cool events planned for today, but next we're going to have Tanya from Making Faces who will be showing us some fun face painting. So take it away.
Hi everybody, I'm Tanya from Making Faces. We have been working with the Multicultural Festival for years, and we are really excited about being here virtually because it's obviously been a very long pandemic for face painters. It's hard for us to not be able to paint people the way that we normally do, or sometimes even at all. So we're really glad to be able to share some of this with you today. This is my daughter, Rose.
Hi.
She's going to be our model today, and she's going to show some of the cool faces that we find most popular at our events. So I'm going to start off with one of our festival classics, which is a rainbow butterfly. Now, we start off with a sponge and a rainbow paint. Everybody thinks it's magic, but it is just a little cake. And we spray it here. I think we're gonna have to spray some baby hairs off Rose. Sorry, Rose, getting you hit by the spray there. There we go. Now we're all good. So, and this is something to remember for painting at home. So just tie back long hair and just give it a little spray with some clean water, and that's just fine. All of my paints are certified face paints, which are really, really easy to find in a lot of different places, but always get face paints. Don't use acrylic paint or Sharpie markers or anything like that. Now, which end do you like best, Rose?
I really like this end.
So she's picked the pink and purple end. So we're going to use that here. We start in at the corner of the eye. Just make a little line. Turn your head that way, Rose.
Yes, Mom.
There we go. I'm going to turn you back. And then we just pat gently upwards. You have to remember we're working around people's eyes. Right? Is it all wet? Does it feel funny? It's been a while since Rose has been painted too. So here we go. We're going to do the same on the other side. There's the little line. It just gives us our guidance. There we go. And we pat. And pat. Now, I'm used to doing these faces in about 3 to 5 minutes. So slowing it down can sometimes actually be a little bit harder. So one of the things we're going to do now is we're going to add a little glitter while it's still wet. So this is a biodegradable, cosmetic friendly. Please don't use craft glitter that you find at the dollar store. It can actually get into your eye and cut your eye, but this stuff does not. So, you okay? You can breathe. You can breathe. Now, we need to get on those bottom wings. I'm just going to go back in here. And go back in there. We're going to pick up a little more paint. And we're going to go back and we're going to do the bottom. There we go. So same sort of thing, just a little line. And we pat up. And open your eye and look up. There we go. Yeah, it is. Feels funny. Sometimes it can feel really wet. Sometimes people say it feels like wet mud. Let's get this. You can blink, 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 blink. There you go. You can do it. There you go. It's been a long time since Rose has been face painted too, so this is exciting. But that's pretty common. A lot of kids don't get face paint at home. So sometimes it feels weird when your eyes are closed and somebody's coming at you with something wet. So we never get mad at kids if they wiggle a bit. They can't always help it. There we go. So what we have here is the beginnings of our little butterfly. We can go like this, make ourselves a little body. There we go. That's fun. And then we're going to grab brush here. So we're gonna pick up some of our black. With a lot of art forms, you draw everything out first with your lines and then you put your color, but we go the other way. So start here. Turn your head just a little bit, Rose. Nice little edge. Is it cold? She's saying it's cold. It was a bit tickly. Pick up a little more black. I'm just using a synthetic art brush. They're very soft. I find that they hold the paint. They're not itchy, not uncomfortable for the kids. There we go. So there we have a really cute little butterfly. We're going to touch up, add some detail. Let's make things a little fancy. We'll add just some little details here. Hopefully you guys can all see these at home. A couple of little signature things. Now, depending on where I am, sometimes we add a little bit of lipstick. So with that, I use half of a Q-tip. I've already dabbed this just for expediency since I'm on camera. And open your mouth. You'll notice we try not to touch the top of kids' heads too much except for guidance. We don't want to squish anybody. Yeah, does it take a little bit? So a little, okay. You're doing great, Rose. You're very helpful. Okay, you can relax your lips. So adds a little bit of fancy. There we go. Just add some details. There we go. And Rose, you can open your eyes and look at the, there you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to move her a little closer so you can get a good look. You can turn your head, look over there and look over there. And we have a little fancy butterfly face. Now we're going to take it to another level. So 1, 2, 3, and we're popping her back. There we go. All right. So now we're going to turn this into a buttercat.
We're getting lots of comments about how cute you are, Rose. You look absolutely adorable and you're such a good model.
Oh, you say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
She's a really good kid, if I do say so myself. All right, I'm going to turn you a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to make you into a buttercat. So let's just add some details that are going to make you a little bit more feline. So we're just going down the nose. Now this part is often a tickly part because we all have tickly noses, even grown-ups. There we go. People often say to me, how do you paint kids? They're so wiggly. And I'm like, you know who the wiggliest people that I paint are? Rose, do you know who the wiggliest people I paint are? Moms. Not gonna lie. They're always wiggling. Kids are used to being told what to do, so they're pretty good at staying still. I'm just coming in here, just filling this out a little bit. Add a little dry brushing in here just to give it some. With this paint, you can go right up to the eyes but you always have to watch and make sure whatever paint you're using is okay to use on the whole face. If it says anything like, don't use this on the lips, but use it on the eyes, better not to have that paint. You're doing great. You can even open your eyes if you want now. Okay. So there's the basis of our little butter cat. Now we're gonna, now I've got my thing behind my ears again. All right, there we go. Gonna go make some nice little, there we go, some nice little fangs. So now our kitty has little teeth. And would you like a pink nose or a black nose?
Pink,
A pink nose, okay.
please.
Very good. Good ask.
Like pink.
Oh, there. Just grabbing a little bit of pink. Oh, this makes me miss everybody so much. Ooh, there we go.
We just have a question. I was just wondering, how did you get involved with face painting? Like, how did you start this? Because it's just so cool, and I bet you've seen a lot of cool events and everything. So just tell us a bit about that.
Great. Yeah, it is super fun. We're sort of fringe entertainment industry, so we kind of, it's just so much fun. We've done some really, really cool events. And how I got into it is sort of a funny thing. I was a day camp counselor for an army base when I was 13. And they literally handed me money and said, you now are doing the makeup for the end of your play. And it was really bad. I did a terrible job. And they told me how great it was. And it was so much fun. And so the next time somebody asked, can somebody do the makeup? I was like, well, I've done makeup before. And I got a little better. And I got a little better. So I've literally been doing it since I was 13. And about 20 years ago, I turned it into a full-time job, which is very unusual, even in our industry. It's unusual to be full-time, but I just really, really, really love the face painting. Just something so transformative about it. I love the impermanence of it. It doesn't have to, it's art that doesn't have to be permanent to bring you joy. So we're just adding a little bit here. Adding a little bit here. I'm just tilting her up. It's hard to see the front. Normally I'm sitting a little more directly in front of them. I'm just making sure I'm not too uneven. You finish your scratch, you're good. I'm just gonna take a peek here. There we go. And then we're gonna go across here. Just a little shoot. So now we have a little butter cat. We're gonna get a little
So cute. Oh, I love that. And we have a question on Facebook.
Yeah.
Someone was asking where you get your paints from.
Well, there's a few different places that you can get. There's a few brands as well. Wyndham Art Supplies in Guelph sells a great starter brand called Snazaroo. Relatively inexpensive and really easy to use. I use for a lot of professional grade paints, but Kind of Magic in Kitchener actually sells them, and he is the Canadian supplier of Cheek Effects, and he's amazing. And so is the paint. So that's where a lot of the fancy stuff comes from. And we're really lucky we live so close. That really, really helps to get supply, because that's often been a problem over the years. Anyone who wants to can private message me, and I'll make sure that you get links to how to get to the paint, because I want to make sure everybody uses safe paint. So many times people talk about using paint that isn't safe, and it's so hard. All righty, so now we're going to turn this into a little tiger. Just when we thought it couldn't get any cuter, right? So
Everything gets cuter in any way.
All right, so we're going to do a really fast little design that people really, really like at birthday parties and things. I don't always have time to do it at festivals. There we go.
tickles. Now it's nice and cool.
This
Yeah.
is so cool to watch how it has like transformed into all these different animals. And we had another question on Facebook. Someone's wondering what your favorite event you've ever done has been.
Wow, that's really, really hard.
She thinks all the ones.
Oh, there's so many good ones, and I have such fantastic relationships with so many clients. We do probably 350 events a year when it's not an apocalypse. But I have to say it's probably Pride if I have to pick one. I generally find that is one of the most positive, incredible experiences. We never have problems getting paid, which can sometimes be a problem because not everybody out there is honest, and we don't always know until we've done the work. But Pride is just amazing. Toronto Pride and Guelph Pride. Do them back to back if I could. They're so much fun. So Rose is going to show you her little claws. And we're going to add some jewels to this just because I'm a go bling or go home kind of person.
Yes. Everybody agrees about that.
We breathe glitter in this house.
Yes, we do.
There we go.
We really do love glitter.
We really do.
We're made of glitter.
We are made of glitter. We got out of the shower with glitter on. I'm just going to give you some little tiger stripes to make it a little more tigery.
I feel so cool right now.
You feel so cool right now. I love that.
I think you should add a little jewel.
You think I should
in
add
both of the
jewels?
centers.
I think we should add jewels there too. I think that's good. What do we have? We have
want-
pink and blue and white.
I think pink in this one and blue in this middle.
Okay, we'll just add some nice little jewels here. So jewels can add a lot to a design. They're
Yep.
fun.
They are fun.
Same thing, you want to make sure that whatever you're using is cosmetic, or use cosmetic glue. Which again, if you PM me, I can make sure that you have the things that you need.
I feel very, very sparkly.
Do you feel fancy? Do you feel fancy? We're going to add some little jewels here.
The jewels tickle.
Do they tickle? Do they tickle once they're on, or they just tickle when they're going on?
They tickle once they're on and once they're
Okay,
going.
wiggle your face, wiggle your face, wiggle your face. That's what I say to everybody. Make sure it's comfortable. There we go. That's it. And this is exactly what I love about it. So much transformation. The kids really, close your eyes. The kids really live it, especially at this age. Rose is 7, and she really lives the characters. There we go. We can just add some little fancy bits. And there we go. Should we add a little bit more fancy? A little bit more fancy. All right. I don't know how much time we have left.
You are doing all good for time.
Are we? Okay.
Keep getting comments how cute you are. Like the star of the show.
There, she really is. She's star quality, this one.
And this is a perfect Pride look too, with all the rainbow and the glitter.
Absolutely.
I love it.
All righty, ready? 1, 2, 3, back. Oh, you're getting heavy. All right. So let's see what else we've got here. I'm doing even more fancy stuff, which I don't always get to do at the festival. Sometimes I have to sacrifice a little bit of time because I've got lots of lineups. Because it tends to be very popular, which is good. We're going to just do some little roses here, where she can be
A rose tiger.
a rose tiger. This is true. This makes a great design on its own. We get asked this one a lot. Everybody see that okay?
Yeah, that looks great.
See that? Awesome.
And you have lots of time, so have all the fun you need or want.
All right. Well, we'll just keep going a little bit here.
Some
So,
leaves.
One of the things that I really love doing is requests. So we'll paint all kinds of crazy things. This is a popular one, but kids come up and ask for all kinds of stuff.
Yes. A lot of do.
Right? I don't even. There we go. I get lots of requests for arm tattoos. And with the pandemic, we actually can't paint faces. Unfortunately, last summer we were allowed to paint arms, which was great. But at this point, we're not allowed to paint faces. Hopefully in July, we'll be able to paint faces again.
I know everybody.
You're also happy. So that's where you know.
There we go. We're going to just show that. There we go. Want to try putting your own glitter on? That's it.
That is looking so good. Do you have like a favorite design that you like to do, or are all of them kind of your favorite?
There's a lot that I like in different situations. The rose is definitely, like rose tiger, definitely a favorite. I'm a huge unicorn and horse fan, and I do a side-eye unicorn that we're kind of well known for. That is definitely a favorite. I will pretty much always pick that one if I can. But doing these roses always makes me happy. Any of the flowers like this, I like painting flowers a lot.
Yes. We're a glitter and flower family.
That's right. Get some little roses. There we go.
Now some leaves.
Now some leaves.
Some leaves.
That's right.
Some leaves.
Some leaves. I'm just gonna lay that down and show it a little slower. Hopefully you guys can see that at home.
I love it. I miss everybody who we love.
It's true. It's true. But there we go. We're gonna get in here. Maybe we'll make a little leaf in there.
Yeah.
And get some
Little wee.
just some little fancy bits.
Around the smaller
Cover
one.
some of that up with a leaf.
Because that little rose is lonely.
Little lonely roses. We don't want that.
Nope, but these two are not.
Oh, here we go. This is a fun one. Okay. It's a little spatter technique. You turn your arm a little so they can see it. Sit just a little bit. Close your eyes. Those sort of things. I have a fun little stencil. I like to use these. There we go. Just add.
A little.
Hopefully my friends at home can see. We take that off, and we get this sort of fun little design. We can make the faces as fast or as fancy
Or as
we
cool.
want, or as cool. That's right.
That is looking so good. We have one more question on Facebook. Someone asked, how do you make the makeup last longer?
How do you make it last longer? Okay. It depends on the kind of paint you're using or the kind of makeup. Different brands do different things and have different, what we call bite. And some colors have different bite too. So some of them are just a softer color regardless. You can't do much about it. Less water is more. You might notice I've got a little wee spray bottle.
And another.
And
Yes, two little wee spray
I
bottles.
almost never dip my brush for just standard painting. I pretty much always spray and then dab on my sponge or my brush. And yeah, I've always got a black and a white. So I know I probably look like I have antenna, but it's often better just to do it that way. Then you don't get so much. If you've overwatered your paint, then you might have to leave it out sometimes really long. Like you might have to leave it out for a month before it dries completely if you've gotten too much water, because it does water activate very quickly. And then it kind of wants to keep that water, or leave it out in the sun with the lid off. You just have to watch it. You don't get little bits and pieces in it. Sometimes I microwave it if I've made a mistake and added too much or if it's really humid. But you have to microwave it in 3-second intervals, or you can ruin your paint and set your paint on fire. Not fun. Ask me how I know. So just 3 seconds and then 3 seconds until the paint is a little bit drier. And that can really, really help. But if you PM me and tell me what kind of paints you're using, I can probably help you more individually. There we go. Add some other little fun. Make it really fancy. Because we have an adult division where we do full bodies for like fashion shows and stuff like that. So this kind of design can be great too if you have even a grown-up model. You are colorful, aren't you?
I feel so weird at the same time.
Just gonna
Rose, do you have a favorite face paint or anything that your mom's done? Do you have a favorite?
I think the puppy that she did once.
Yeah, she likes the puppies.
Those are my favorite animals.
Yeah. So I'm lucky. My kids are a bit sick of face painting because they get used for a lot of things, but then they also like it too.
I like it more than Toby does.
Yes, my older one was never into it. He's grown up now, but he never did like face painting. How tragic is that?
Serpent.
Right? I know.
That's Toby, the serpent's tooth.
That's serpent's tooth. That's right. Let's add some more jewels onto here. Let's see.
More jewels.
I like to put jewels in the corners.
You like to put jewels anywhere.
And you'll kind of notice I do a lot of 3s in my little designs. I just think it looks nicer. I don't usually do a lot of 2s. Sometimes looks a bit unfinished, and it gives it a perfect spot to put a little gem, which is fun. So let's do some curly cues.
It's okay if you get it on my shirt. I don't care.
And then other ways that you can make things fun. I mean, we think about face painting and we use the term as a catch-all, but face painting can actually be stuff like this, just arm painting. A lot of the time in the summer, arm paints, even when it's not a pandemic, we like to do the arms because it doesn't get smudged as easily.
No.
So I'm going to do a couple more swirls up here. It can be very relaxing too. Sometimes people go to sleep. Rose is yawning here. Okay, we're going to bring you forward. Okay, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Turn your hands that way. Here we go. You're a good kid. Very nice. All right, I'm going to put you back here again. What else can you do with this? Did you rake her off your lipstick a little bit? No, it's still there. That's still there. That's still there.
A doggy?
I can't turn this one into a doggy now, but you know what we can do? Gems are fun for other little things like earrings.
I feel so weird.
Rose doesn't have pierced ears. There we go. But now she does. Right?
You can't really see.
They make great little nose piercings too, which is really fun. And then we can do things like painted jewelry. All right, we're going to do your neck, Rose. So chin up just a little bit. So the trick here is to get it so that it's not right where we bend, which is right up here. And get it a little bit lower. It's a little tickly, so
It's cold. It's cold. It's cold. It's not tickly. It's cold.
It's cold. It's cold. So this makes a great little necklace or a little puppy collar, right?
Cold.
Is it a little bit cold? Chin up just a little bit, my honey. And we can do like a little fancy show cat.
Meow.
That's right. Doesn't have to be a lot of brush strokes to make something look kind of different there. Let me find another nice jewel here. It's a little bigger. I'm just gonna pop it there. And now she's got a little necklace. Get you closer. There we go. We can put a little sparkle on that. There we go. Close your eyes. Put a little more sparkle. I don't know if that's visible at home, but it's really visible in the light here in my studio. There we go. And back again. There we go. We've got lots of stuff going on here.
Yes, I feel like I'm bursting with color and weirdness.
Color and weirdness, that's always good.
I
And
think
then-
I like it.
The nice thing as well is we can even do things like fingernails. Cover up all your gardening nails here, Rose. That's right.
Different color with the other side.
Different color with the other side. What color would you like? Purple?
Yes, please.
We have a nice dark purple here.
Ooh, I can see it.
It
Ooh, then it gets a
probably
bit lighter when you touch it with water.
it does. It shows up black on camera, but this is actually a really fun purple. It's like a zombie purple, we like to call it. Do a lot of zombifications in my world.
We do.
Yeah, especially for Halloween.
Yes.
We like to paint zombies and do prosthetics and scars and fun stuff like that.
Yes.
It's kind of gross, but it's kind of fun too. So you can show your nails.
That is so cool. I love how versatile all the paint is and how much you've been able to do.
It's really good natured. How's our time?
You're good. It's 11:32 right now.
11.
32.
Okay, so we've got a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
I can show you one more little trick that I love to do with face paint. This can be done with rainbow. It doesn't have to be. It can be done with any single color, but you can use the paint to color your hair. So we're going to give it a little. Now Rose has curly hair, so it shows up differently on her hair than mine because I have straight hair.
Beautiful straight.
So I always think that on curly hair, it always looks like a prism is touching the top of your head. So it can be used there. These are what they call ceramic sponges,
Yes.
which I cut in half. Sorry, I didn't mean to squirt you.
Oh, it's okay.
Feels nice on a hot day.
Yes.
And I use these for everything. If I'm in public, I use the sponge once and then it gets put into a bag to wash, or I use a disposable one, depending on what my clients need. Kind of changes all the time right now. But at home, we can wash it and reuse it, no problem. So we're gonna just rainbow up Rose a little bit. This is a great pride look, but rainbows are just fun as well. So, but you could also use it to age somebody and add a little white. That's what mine is. All of this is just white paint. I'm sure that's what it is, right? All the white in my hair.
I don't see any.
That's the spirit. She is a good kid. But yes,
My nails-
see, because
the
I can
purple-
even do it
The
on
purple nails look.
my braids.
Purple
all the way
nails
down.
look like witch nails.
They do look a little bit like witch nails. So this just gives it a little bit of extra versatility. Face paint is great in the hair, not grease paint. Don't use grease paint in your hair.
It's bad.
Yeah, don't use grease paint at all unless you're a clown who needs it for work, because it doesn't come off very easily. So there we go. We have ourselves some butterfly transformed into buttercat, transformed into butterfly mystical cat tiger. Can you tell me what does a mystical cat tiger say? Oh, she's a fierce tiger cat. There we go. Do we have any other questions? Because that's pretty much it for me. Does anybody want to see anything else? Can't we? I have to climb up there. There we go. and twist your arms over so they can see it. There we go. Show that one. Show that one. And I don't know if anyone can see all the color in her hair, but we will add a little more glitter. There we go. We're going to grab a little festival glitter here. This is a really chunky copper biodegradable glitter. And you can just pop that in.
To make your hair sort of glittery.
Yes, this is really popular at music festivals where there's nighttime entertainment. So this has been mixed with a bit of gel and then just reactivated so that we can add a little bit more fancy. I don't put the chunky ones on the face as much unless I'm putting it on with a binder.
It's called
Put on the hair, it's fine. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go back. All right.
You look absolutely amazing. That is
I feel absolutely weird.
you
What is
feel
amazing?
absolutely glittery and rainbow.
Just regular weird.
Mom, tell me.
Like
what
our
the-
family is regular
Mom.
weird.
Tell me what the mythical cat says.
What does the mythical cat say?
Meow.
That is so amazing. Thank you so much for showing us all these beautiful techniques. It was so cool to learn because I feel like you got to express some things that you don't always have the time for. So that's
Definitely true.
yeah, perfect. Well, thank you so much again. And your family will be seeing a lot of you during the festival. So I'm just going to talk a bit about that. So for storytelling, Arthur, who is behind the camera, I think,
Yep.
he's going to be telling us a story, and Amber is going to be telling us a story as well. And tomorrow we'll see you again for Jaguar art and Arthur for graffiti. Perfect. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Say bye, Rose.
Bye.
Bye, Rose. Thanks for being such a good model.